Hey guys, what's up? Rob Mods here. Want to talk about a couple things tonight. So one of the things I want to talk about is random occurrences within the game. In other words, people other than regular customers coming into your shop, and what my opinion is on them, and what I think you should be doing with them, that sort of thing. I want to talk about the king as well, and people who offer resources, people who offer multiple items, that sort of thing. So I've got a few saved up here, and let's walk through them really quick. So first things first, people are going to come in and offer you resources. So it kind of depends for you what this looks like. So if you look over here, let's say he's offering me extra leather, and I need leather in order to make another one of these right away, then I guess it would make sense to buy it. But the issue is, if I look over here, how much does it cost me? It cost me 48,000. So the question is, if I craft an additional one of these right away, is it worth me doing it, and am I making enough money? And also, if I get a bunch more leather, then I'm probably going to be short on fabric, which means that I would either have to spend the coins on that. I would have to spend these coins on that. I think for me especially, these last two resources here, the tier 3 resources, those are the ones I'm always running out of. So if anyone ever comes in to offer me the tier 3 resource, I'm going to buy it pretty much every time, simply because it's going to make me way more gold than I would ever have to pay, and it keeps me in my crafting rotation. So I would do that. So let's say I buy this leather, just as an example, so I can craft another one of these. So I guess that one worked out really well because now I'm missing both, so that's fine. So essentially I was able to make one extra chest, and it cost me 48,000. So that's probably a good deal. These make 300k or something depending on cost of components at the moment. So that was actually a really good trade for me. But normally if I'm rotating like all of the resources, like all 4 items, which as you can see I'm not right now, then I don't buy the tier 1 and tier 2 resources, just because it's a waste of gold, because it's just going to mess up the balance between tier 1 and tier 2. The only reason I don't have one of everything out is because we have this energy bonus event on, so don't pay too much attention to that. It's just what I'm doing right now. So let's sell some items quick, and then let's talk about a couple other things that may happen for you. So here's some boots that somebody's offering me. So whenever a yellow item comes up like this is not someone wanting to buy an item, they're wanting to sell it to you. So this is costing me 110,000. Now, I never really pay too much attention to the pay more or pay less option. For me, it's just worth it to get a small talk in and to buy this item. I would say absolutely 100% of the time you should always be buying these items. The reason why I say that is 110,000 is half of the value of what it is, like for that item, and that's always going to be the case. If it's a yellow item, they're offering it to you half price every single time. So just buy it. You get a free small talk out of it. You get the free energy at the end just by making the sale, and you're getting an extra item for half off. So even if I go over to the market and sell this thing right now, I could easily probably get 180k out of it. So I'm just getting a free small talk, a free extra 60 energy, and making 70k. So that's just a no-brainer, absolutely. Let's get through a few more items here. I believe there's another yellow one here. Hopefully I get a fail right away. Okay, so also a really good thing with these is because it's a free small talk, you can leverage this really well, where I don't have enough energy to surcharge something else, but if this is successful, it's not, of course, but if it was, then I could use the energy that I get from it to basically surcharge a different item. So it's just a really good also utility to be able to use that to your advantage. Sorry if that goes a bit over your head, but they're just good to have. Now, there's a couple more things that may happen. There's some people that will come in and offer you like a bundle of items. Like a girl may come in and offer you 10 of a certain item. I would say 100% of the time you should be buying that as well, because you're getting 10 items and the price for those is way less than 50%. It's like really, really cheap. I don't know for sure what it is. It might be 75% off or something, but that deal is crazy cheap. There's another girl that may come in and offer you components, and so there'll be like 30 of, you know, whatever the component is that she's offering you. And I would say also 100% of the time you should be buying those as well, because even if you're just going to the market to sell that item, you're going to be making good money on that. So if people are coming in, basically they're just handing you free money, and it's awesome. Quite often people will come in and offer you like 10 tier 9s, and it may look like a lot of money, like you're paying hundreds of thousands for that, or even a couple million sometimes, whatever it may be. But if those items are selling for 700K each or whatever, you're making sometimes 5 million just because somebody walked into your shop, and you don't have to do anything other than just buy it, go to the market and sell it. Like it's such easy money. The last thing I want to talk about is the king. So of course everyone's trying to figure out when he's going to come and how often he comes, and asking questions about locking items and all that stuff. So let me just bring as much clarity to that as I can from the knowledge that I have, and hopefully it makes sense to you. So the king comes on average, I think, about once per day. Sometimes he may not come, and sometimes he may come, you know, less than 24 hours apart. So there, I don't think, as far as I know, that you can like calculate, okay, he's going to be here in less than 5 minutes. But if he's been there within the last 18 hours or, you know, whatever it is, the chances are he's not coming in right away. So basically what the king is he's going to choose an item that's not a normal item. So when you look in the rarity of items, obviously there's all sorts of different rarities of items, 5 different ones. So this bow's blue, and then it goes green all the way down to normal. So the king is never going to choose a normal item. So like anything from basically here down, he's never going to choose. He's going to choose something from up here. Now, as you can see, I've locked all of these items. Like you can see the locks at the top. So his only choices is this warlord plate, these branches. Let's see what else we have. Bow, and this bow. And those are the only choices that the king has. If something's locked, he will not choose it. It has to be on a shelf available for him. So a lot of people will lock everything that's not just a normal item and just have one really good, expensive, rare item that's available on your shelf. It can be green, blue, purple, legendary, it doesn't matter. It's just not going to be a normal item. He'll choose it and he'll give you 5 times the base value. So for this item, it's 1.5 million. He would offer me 5.5 million. It's always 5 times the base value for that item that the king will give you, and he comes about once a day. That's kind of all you can count on. It's kind of up to you. There's an achievement that if you sell something worth 10 million, then you get 100 gems or whatever. This may be embarrassing, but I have not done it yet. But basically, you just need an item worth over 2 million as base value, and the king comes in, he wants to buy it, and you're off to the races. Like, you just get the achievement. So for a lot of people, they'll only have one rare item until the king comes, and then you can open everything up and just sell it normally. For me, especially when I'm crafting often, I'm just not that concerned about the king. I mean, I've got green items all over the place. I only sell tier 9s anyways. So, I mean, ultimately, most of my items are going to be over 1 million for value. So I'm going to be making 2, 3, 4, 5 million, depending on which item specifically he chooses. And otherwise, I just don't really think about it that much. I remember at the start of my play, I would lock everything. I would be so diligent about it. I wouldn't even buy items that were of any rarity. And if I crafted anything, I would lock it immediately so that the king couldn't get to it. So I just had my one item so I could make an extra few 100,000 or whatever. So for you, I mean, if that's a lot of money and it's worthwhile spending that much attention just to make sure that you get a good deal from the king, then that's great. For me, it's one item that I'm getting 5 times value rather than 2 times value. I mean, for me, it might max out at 2 million. But I mean, I've got 830 mil sitting here. I spend a G a day in market just on enchants and extra items to sell to get through net worth. So it's not huge, but for you it might be. So those are kind of the events. I would say if anyone comes in offering you something, buy it. Resources, it kind of depends on your crafting cycle and if it makes sense, if you're making enough money to cover the cost and whatever you prefer. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I probably missed something in terms of random events of people coming in. Also, yeah, I guess there's one more. A lot of the times your champions will come in. So these champions here will come and they'll request, let's say, 5 items or 8 items or 10 items of a certain rarity, or not rarity, but tier. So like tier 5 items, tier 9 items, whatever it is. And you probably will have to buy them off the market, sell them to them, and then you'll get the coins to power them up, like down here on the bottom right. And so for me, I like 100% of the time I'll buy those items, sell it, and you're just getting coins for gold. Like if I could spend all my gold just to get coins to have all of these to rank 11, I'd probably do it if I'm honest. Not that I have that option, but I probably would. But for you, most of the time it's going to be worthwhile to spend that extra money in the market to get the extra coins and to be able to get your heroes to higher ranks. And then you're not opening as many chests or trying to find coins elsewhere. It's just kind of free coins. And of course it takes a long time. It's only 3 coins at a time, or 6 for Polonia because she was the last hero released. So yeah, it'll take a long time. I mean, my first 2 rank 11 heroes, which I only have 2, took me the better part of a year to complete. So I mean, it takes a long time, but I think it's definitely worthwhile. I mean, sometimes it really sucks because they might ask for like a tier 7 item that nobody's really making, and you look at the market and it's like 200k each, and they're asked for 9 of them. So it's like 2 million it's costing you for 3 coins. So sometimes that really hurts. And I mean, it might just be worth it for you to craft those items yourself, or wait till they're cheaper, or I don't know. You don't really want to be spending gems on them. So I don't know what other options that you have, but no matter what, you should at least be trying to get those 3 coins. I think it's worthwhile. So yeah, I hope all that makes sense. I hope you learned something. If you've got any questions or if I missed anything, let me know, comment, or reach out on Discord. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and if you've got any questions or ideas for videos or anything, please feel free to let me know. That's it for tonight. Have a great night, guys, and I will talk to you soon.